Hey, what's up? It's William from Rocket Zero and welcome to another Pixel art tutorial. In this video, we're going to be building the Pokemon called Roselia, and it's number 315 on the Pokédex. So what do we need for her? Well, we need some black wool, green wool, lime wool, white wool, yellow wool, light blue wool, red wool, and then pink wool. And I got this design from candypatterns.com. Go check them out, they make some awesome stuff there. So we're going to begin with 2 blocks of our black wool, so let's line up. 1, 2. Afterwards, we're going to place one more block right here, making this weird looking L shape. And then 2 more black wools on the right. And then we're going to grab 1 lime wool. And then 3 green wools on top. So 1, 2, 3. Next to these 3 lime wools, green wools, we're going to place 3 yellow wools. And then we're going to switch to our black wool, and we're going to go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the top of this 4th block, we're going to place 1 green wool. And then next to it, we're going to grab our black, and we're going to go 6 blocks towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to place a green wool right here, and then a black next to it. And then right below this black, we're going to place a lime wool, then a black, then a white, and then finally another black. And then right next to this black, we're going to place a white wool, a lime wool, then a white wool right below, and then a black right here. So make sure you guys have this shape so far. And this area is going to be filled in with some green wool. So let's do that right now, and then we'll take a little break and see what we've built so far for our little Pokemon. Awesome, so this is what you guys need to have so far. I feel like I'm going a little bit quickly, so I'll make sure to slow down in this tutorial. But make sure you guys have this before we move on to the next step. And that's going to involve grabbing our black wool, and we're going to place 3 blocks making this shape right here. So 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to place a lime wool in this little like corner, and then a black wool on top. Then we're going to place a blue wool right here. And then on top, we're going to place 2 light blues. And then 2 light blues starting right here. And then 1 black wool on the top. Then next to this shape, we're going to place 1 blue wool, 1 light wool, and then a black wool below that. And then a light wool here. A light wool. I meant to say a light blue wool. Right there. And then below that, we're going to place 3 black wools. So 1, 2, 3. Let's grab our blue, and we're going to place 2 blocks. And then a black wool. A blue wool on top. And then a black wool again, so that it's 2 diagonal blocks. So you can see, we're now building the little blue rose that she carries. Or he carries. I guess this is a girl Pokemon, but who knows. Then we're going to grab our blue wool, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. And then 3 black wools on the left of it, and 2 black wools on top. And then starting right here, we're going to place 5 blocks going towards the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all that we have left to do is for this little part of the pixel art, we're just going to grab our blue wool and let's fill it in. Doesn't really take that much time, so I probably won't speed up this part. I do have a tendency to just fast forward the parts where we just fill in the blocks, but that took no time at all. So there we go. Now let's go work on the other rose petal, or I guess flower that she holds. A petal would just be one little thing. So we're going to go down here. We're going to grab our black, and we're going to place 1 block right here. And then we're going to place a lime wool, and then a black next to that lime wool. And then a lime wool on top of the black, and a black next to that. This is getting really confusing, so we're going to place another black, and then we're going to take a little break. So make sure you guys have this so far. Now we're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to place 1, 2. Just like that. And then 1 more black wool here, and a green wool in between. We're going to grab a red wool, and we're going to place 2 blocks, so 1. And then a black wool to the right of it. On top of this black, we're going to grab our pink, and we're going to place 2 blocks, so 1, 2. Then next to this pink, we're going to place 2 red wools, just like that. Now we're going to grab our black wool, and we're going to place 1 block right here. And now let's finish the little rose petal by placing 1, 2, 3. Then to the right of that, we're going to place 1, 2, 3 over black wool. Now we need to do 2 diagonal black wools going up and towards the left. So here's our first. And then our second is going to be done here. There we go. Then we're going to grab our pink this time. And we're going to place 1 block here, followed by 2 red, and then another pink right there. And now let's place 1, 2, 3 over black wool. Then we're going to go down to this green block that you see right here, and we're going to go up by 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're left with this. We're going to fill that in with red wool in a second, but first, make sure that your Pokemon is looking like this. I feel like I'm going kind of quickly, but I just tend to panic a lot, so maybe I'm just doing just fine. So let's just finish this in with some, or fill this in with some red wool, just like that. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to finish the whole outline of her before we start coloring in the face. So let's go to the top here. We're going to add 2 black wool, so 1, 2. And then we're going to place a green wool here, then a black, then a green, and a black. So it's 2 diagonal blocks after we place the 2 up here. Now we need to place 2 diagonal blocks going upwards and towards the left. So we're going to grab our green wool, we're going to place it next to this black, and then a black on top of this green next to the black that we just placed, and then a black once again. So there we go. Make sure you guys have this for the little like top of her head. Then we're going to place a green wool, and we're going to place 2 lime wools right below, so 1, 2. Then on the top we're going to place 1, 2. And then right here we're going to go down by 3 blocks, so 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to go back down to the blue rose, and we're going to go right here in this block. We're going to place 2 blocks going up, so 1, 2. Then a green wool, and a black next to that. Then right here we're going to place 2 green wool, so 1, 2. Next to that we're going to place 2 black wools. And then starting here we're going to place 5 black wools going towards the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That sounded weird, 5. So after our 5 blocks, we're going to be done with the outline, and all that we have left to do is just to fill in her face, and we'll be out of here in this little Pokemon tutorial. So for that, we're going to need our lime wool, but first, make sure you guys have this so far. It's really easy to build. Actually, it's a lot of fun too. I like this little picture tutorial. It's not that much work, and they go really quickly, so they're a fun time to build. So now we're going to grab our lime wool, and we're just going to do a whole row on the bottom. And then we are going to place 1, 2, 3. And then a pink wool, a black wool, and then right on top of this black, we're going to place a white, and then a black on either side. And that's going to be her one eye. Her other eye is going to be here, and it's going to be kind of noticeable. So what we're going to do is that we're going to grab her pink wool, and we're going to place 1 block, and then a black wool. And then we're going to place 2 lime wool, so 1, 2. Then a black, then 1 lime wool, and then the rest will be green wool. Now we're going to go down to this little block right here, this black wool block, and we're going to grab our lime wool, and we're going to go up by 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then on the top we're going to place a green wool, and we're going to go 3 lime wools towards the right. So 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to place 3 green wools. 1, 2, 3. Then starting in this middle block of our lime wool, we're going to grab our lime wool again, and we're going to place 1, 2, 3. And then 1 block right here. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to fill this part in with some lime wool. So let's do that right now. Cool. And then the rest is just filling it in with some green wool. So let's do that now, and we'll be out of here. So this Pokemon did not have an evolution until like the next season, which I just thought that's kind of funny because they usually do that. They make a standalone Pokemon and then they give like the pre-evolution of their after evolutions like the next season. So this was a little Roselia, or Rosaline, I guess it's Roselia Pokemon Petslar tutorial. If you guys enjoyed it, please hit that like button for us, subscribe if you haven't so you can stay up to date with all our newest videos. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time.